Hi guys, Katie here. Welcome back for another edition of our Sunday Cozies, where I go through some of my latest thrift finds. We do a little bit of decorating, relaxing, and we find just some easy ways to wind down on a Sunday. So without further ado, I will get started and just show you guys some of the little things I'm up to this weekend around the house. Of course, there's always so much to do, but those things can wait. So let's get started. We have awful weather this weekend. We had a really bad windstorm. Luckily, we did not lose power. Most people in the city did, and they have all been out for about 24 hours or so. All those leaves that you guys saw us raking last weekend are all back. We had quite a bit of branches come down and leaves, of course, come down, but no serious damage, so that was good. This is always that sad time of the year where my mums start calling it quits and the leaves are just so thick that you have to pretty much hike through them knee deep. But it was still a beautiful weekend, even with the nasty weather. It made for kind of just a cozy weekend and the perfect time to not do any yard work and stay in. So the first thing I did on this cozy Sunday, I went ahead and went around the house. I got all of the gourds and pumpkins that were still being used for decoration, and I went ahead and put them outside for the squirrels. Pumpkins are a wonderful treat for squirrels and wildlife. They love the seeds. It's a great source of vitamin E. And as you can see, they are already quite excited, sniffing around and looking for some treats. So the next thing that I did was it was time to take all of the Halloween down. You might think I've got some great system for doing this, but personally I just like piling it all up on the couch, and then I bring all the big totes up from the basement and start putting everything away. It makes me incredibly sad to see all of these treasures go away for another year. But the good thing is, I know that I need to put these away in order to start bringing out the Christmas, which I'm really excited to start doing. So I started going through just some of the boxes. I was unwrapping all of my old vintage ornaments. I have probably 200 or so vintage ornaments that I've either inherited or purchased over the years. Many of the ones that I did purchase are thrifted, so they are always fun to find. I do like the old shiny bright ornaments, and condition isn't a huge deal for me. Even if they're a little crackled or even chipped up, I still like to buy them and bring them home. It is always fun unwrapping these because I always find ones that I forget that I had, and it makes me excited every single time. These won't be going on the tree just yet, but I did at least want to start unwrapping them and getting them ready. I did pull out our stockings. These are those old Buchilla stockings that were made from kits. My aunt made these for all of the nieces and nephews when we were little. And of course, my fun thrifted find. This was 29 cents years ago. It is an old mistletoe that hangs from the doorway. It has the little elf on top. I absolutely love it. It's from one of my favorite thrift stores that's no longer in business. They used to have the best vintage Christmas stuff each year. Of course, anything with mushrooms on it is for me. I also love the little fruit and pine cone ornaments, so I snag those whenever I see them for a good price. And I've got quite the collection of those as well. And of course, lots of birds. These are the little, usually made in Germany, bird clips. They've got the cute little fiberglass tails, and these just get clipped right onto the branches. Legend has it, these are the ears and eyes of Santa during the holiday season. But it was just fun and quite relaxing actually to unwrap all of the Christmas and start remembering what I had and think about what I'm going to do with it. Everything else went into totes, As you can see, my packing is not fancy. I still have not learned to do that in a neat manner. You guys might recognize this book. I grabbed this a few weeks ago at the Thrift, an All About Christmas book. I think it was 79 cents. I did go ahead and display that. And another treasure that I found about a week or so ago, I got this little tin of ornaments. It was $3, and the reason why I grabbed it is it had this great little diorama ornament in it. It actually had several of them. These are actually really quite valuable. There's also a cute little plastic one with a snowman. But these little diorama ornaments can go for as much as $20 for the glass ones online. So I went ahead and got this little tin of them. This one has a little spun cotton snowman in it. He's very cute. I may keep one and sell one, I'm not quite sure yet. I did get my little ceramic Christmas tree out. I actually have several of these. This one was also a thrift store find years ago at one of my favorite thrifts, which is now closed. But it has the cute little bird lights on it. And that's displayed right below some of my Santas. Everything you see here is either thrifted or inherited. That little angel down in the left corner was actually mine when I was little. And I pulled out this globe bowl. I made this a few years ago. I found an old globe that was in really bad shape. So I went ahead and took it apart. It split down the middle and I glued it to a base, and I was actually able to make 2 of these bowls out of one globe. And each holiday I fill it with ornaments. So nothing is in a really perfect place yet. Everything is just sort of set out on tables and little side tables until I can decide what it is that I want to do with it. I wanted to show you guys this set of reindeer I found from Target recently. It was in their dollar spot. It was 3 reindeer for $5, I believe. And they're like the little flocked reindeer, vintage style. So 3 of those for $5 I thought was a great deal. Not quite sure where I'm going to put them yet, but right now they are in the dining room next to some little flocked angels that I have. But Target dollar spot for those if you guys are interested. This is my little helper gesture. He decided he was not quite in the mood yet for Christmas. He wasn't very helpful during this process. He decided to lay on the couch, but he's so cute, I'll forgive him. I wanted to show you guys, I did put up that brass wall sconce I got earlier in the week. I believe it was a $2.99 thrift store find. I do not have a bulb and a shade on it yet, but I at least wanted to see how I liked it in this corner. Really easy to hang up. I'm excited to get that lit up. I think it's going to look really nice. And I did bring the little flocked pre-lit tree up. I went ahead and got it set up into the corner. I do like having this up as early as possible just because the lighting is all so gorgeous at night. But otherwise, we just have lots of treasures starting to make their way out. There's some old bubble lights in a tin, all thrifted. And you might see that little reindeer ornament my daughter made years ago. He is missing an eye. Maybe this will be the year that I get it replaced. But for now, he's just hanging out with Santa. These are quite unusual. My mother did ceramics back in the 70s, and I believe these were hers. Why she decided to make angels that were red and green, I don't know, but I think they're absolutely fabulous. I have 3 of these. They've got that great gold hair, and they've got a spot on top to put a votive candle in. And those red little boots off to the side were mine growing up. My name is written on the bottom of them. We've been talking a lot about the gallery wall. I told you guys I've been buying little pieces here and there trying to fill this stairway going upstairs, this large wall. And as you can see, it is getting really full. I'm loving how this is turning out. And I'm just continuing to add little, dabs of Christmas here and there. So many great thrifted finds. When I think about what I paid for all these years ago, it just blows my mind. It's getting so hard to find vintage Christmas at thrift stores now. So last week we made some homemade plant food using eggshells. This week I also added a banana peel to the mix because I gotta switch it up on you guys. This is gonna add a lot of potassium to our fertilizer, our plant food. So I took this jar, you guys might remember I picked it up for $1 at the thrift a few weeks ago. I went ahead and added eggshells that were saved throughout the week, as well as a banana peel. I let it sit for about 48 hours. And it makes amazing plant food. It costs nothing to make. You just let it kind of steep and then pour it on in just like you would water your plant. And they really love the nutrients in this. It's a great way to water your plants and feed them for free. I did a little work on my journal this week. I've been just doing magazine clippings of things that I like and recipes that I want to make sure that I hang on to. I added a few more pages. I did a like a split pea soup recipe that I added. I found a cute pet DIY that I added, and I found some information about edible flowers and things to do with them that I also added. I only did about 3 pages this week, which is not very many, but that's okay. There's no rush. It's just, you know, finding things as I see them and deciding to save them. And I actually did pick up the ingredients this week. I know last week I clipped out a recipe for ramen bowls, and so right there to the left. And so I wanted to make sure that we made that this week. So I grabbed the ingredients, and I love that I'll have the recipe right here ready to go. But otherwise, on this cozy Sunday, there's just kind of stuff everywhere. But you know what? It's all so stinking cute, and I think I'm just gonna let it fly. So little by little, it will all start finding a home, and will be making its way into kind of the decor to get ready for the holiday season. And I think that's a wonderful way to spend a Sunday. I'm going to take you guys out with my little squirrel collection of items that is continuing to grow. That will be getting a good dusting today. Otherwise, I hope you guys are having the most fantastic weekend. I look forward to thrifting with you this week. And until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy thrifting. Thank you guys for coming by. Bye-bye.